Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I am Sunique, and today is the last day of my deck study with the Twilight realm of Tarot Faery. So the ethos of this deck is pretty much in the dedication here, which I'll just read to you, and I think it's beautiful. This deck is dedicated to all the nature spirits that have inhabited and helped care for the earth since its creation. Too often you have gone unrecognised, simply because our human eyes are seldom capable of beholding your ethereal presence. Thank you for the times you have made yourselves known to us, and for the lessons you have imparted to us, even though we may never have been aware of what you were doing at the time. Thank you for helping take care of the planet, and for sharing your many gifts with us. Hopefully one day more people will be graced with the knowledge of your existence, and will learn to give back as much to you as you have given to us. So there's been a few changes to the structure of the deck, most notably the elemental associations. So instead of fire for wands, we have air. And this is because it's the suit of the sylphs. Then for swords, instead of air, we have fire. And this is because it's assigned to the dwarves, who use fire to make swords or craft their swords. Pentacles have become rings, for fairy rings, and they've got this green border, and then cups are still the same as water and with this blue border, so you can see the different coloured borders that have been assigned to the suits. So that's one change. But also Beth talks about different elemental associations, as in the directions. So Beth gives the ethereal the fairy realm north as air, south as earth, east as water, and west as fire. So again, that's different, because I would say, for me, north is earth, south is fire, east is air, and west is water. That's just the way I associate the elements. But it hasn't impinged any way, shape or form on the way that I've read the cards. It's been perfectly fine. Beth says many of the cards, when I look through the description of each card and the meaning and everything, have been inspired by dreams that Beth's had, and also encounters with fairy. And also it pulls on folklore, and I mean, for instance, we have here a unicorn for strength, but it's also, folklore. So this is the peace pipe for the high priestess. I'll see if I go to the book a minute. This is Buffalo Calf Woman, a divine being who came to the Lakota Indians at a time when they greatly needed guidance, and she bears the sacred pipe, the peace pipe. So we bring folklore into the deck as well. These Three of Swords is brilliant. So we have a dragon looking like they are protecting or guarding treasure, which is what dragons are meant to do. But it's actually linked to the goddess Hera. Zeus's wife, Hera, the queen of the Olympians, married to Zeus. And I've just read, I said in a couple of videos, that I've just finished reading a book by Jennifer Saint called Hera, all about that goddess. So I thought it was a nice link that I found. Going back to this Three of Wands, in the guidebook for this entry, I found it felt more like the Three of Pentacles, actually. Very strange. Nothing like I would think a Three of Wands would be. So I found that very different as well. I like that the King of Cups here, again, we've got a Greek pantheon, we've got Poseidon or Triton, the King of the Seas. So it's pulling in lots of different myths and folklore to the deck, which is really, really nice. There's some cards that really stood out to me. This one, the Five of Rings, so sad. This is a fairy that didn't get back to the fairy realm in time, and she's been locked out, and now winter is coming. And very sad tale. And the Fool, I love this Fool. This Fool is just the perfect Fool for me. Even if you don't read the entry in the guidebook, you can see the total energy, Fool energy here. Brilliant. So, again, another story I'd like to just tell you about in the Moon card, because I think it's one that actually sticks with you. And these are two willies, and they gaze mournfully at the full moon. Lost in their illusions of love and hope, the willies were the spirits of young women jilted in their love and departed from this life before they could exercise new hopes for a devoted relationship. Unfortunately, these spirits took a downward path and moulded their existence merely to trap unwary men wandering the forests of the night, forcing them to dance to their deaths before the next dawn. In this way, the willies felt vindicated for their own past misfortunes. So as you can see, there's lots of story in this deck as well. I'm sorry about the sirens, but there's a hotel, a really famous hotel actually in Newquay, that's on fire, and it's a really bad place. And I live next to a fire station, so there's going to be some sirens. Please bear with. It's a sad time. Anyway, yeah, folklore here as well. We've got these coming in, these little elves or whatever, coming in to make these shoes for the shoemaker. And when the shoemaker wakes up in the morning, he's got these, the scraps of leather that he had, because they're very poor, have been made into these beautiful shoes here. And so they start to make money and profit from this work. And so they wonder how this is happening. So the shoemaker and his wife stay up all night and spy that these little people here are actually making the shoes for them. And they're so grateful that they make them some little clothes. And then these little people are so happy with the clothes that they put all these clothes on and go and are never seen again. So everybody's happy. It's really nice for the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Rings. The profit of hard work and focus. Really nice. This Empress has been my stalker card. I've had this Empress on, oh gosh, let me look. 1, 2, 3. 3 days, one after the other, and also then 3 days later. So I had the Empress 4 days. And sometimes I had the Empress in the right way up, and then sometimes I had the Empress reversed. So how I took that was the Empress upright was telling me that I can handle anything that comes my way. And the Empress reverse advised me to take care of myself. And it was quite poignant, actually, because I had a few things occur, which a couple I will share. On the 3rd, I found a growth on my little dog Kai's gum that was displacing his teeth. And there's other little growths on him as well. And I pulled the 5 of Pentacles, and the message there really was to face a hard truth. And I thought I was facing a hard truth. And I actually then took him down to the animal hospital, fully prepared to lose him. I thought that was it. And then the following day, I actually did a card spread for it. And I drew 3 cards, which were the 2 of Swords, to make a decision before it's made for me. The Page of Swords, not to think that I have enough knowledge, I'm not expert enough to actually make a final choice. And then the Star, which was health and hope. And as it turned out, I was advised by the vet to try some certain medication before making a final decision, which I did. Yeah, that was very poignant. And then also my own health. I had a bit of a health scare myself. So I drew 4 of Cups reversed and card 2 butterflies from the Seasons of the Witch. And it sort of encouraged me to explore the what ifs. You know, what if this happened? What if that happened? and learn about these things, you know. And that dramatic change is, well, they can reinvent the sense of self. Significant life changes and becoming someone new. But it actually advised me to look back on my life a year from now and see how that progressed. All in all, this has been a very supportive deck, very supportive energies, and I thought I would end with the World card, and I will read you the World card. I have drawn this card and it just took my breath away, so I thought, yeah, I'll share it. So this is Gaia, Mother Earth, or Mother Nature, however you want to define Gaia. And she walks blissfully through her domain of the world and its 4 seasons. She sees the totality of nature and all that must be accomplished in its own time throughout the year. So you can see the different seasons here. Hers is the grace and beauty of a love that envelops not only the planet, but each person upon it who is allowed to partake of its wonders. Like nature, our own souls are constantly in a state of change. From the spring-like newness of being, through the calm summer-like serenity gained as we mature, to the mellow and heartwarming reminiscences of our autumn years, to the wisdom and respite gained by the winter of our lives, as we await renewal in a new cycle of existence. Simply living through the seasons of our lives and accepting them gracefully as they arrive is a blessing and a source of fulfillment. Wishing for winter in spring denies you the beauty of a ripening summer and the nostalgia of the autumn. Desiring to turn back the hands of time from autumn or winter to earlier seasons will only make you lose sight of all the glory that surrounds you at the present moment. Every phase of nature is a learning experience meant to be enjoyed in its entirety. In its cyclical form, nature is a reflection of the universe. All things must come and go, and then they will come and go again and again. Life never stops, and all aspects of it should be absorbed and cherished. By living through all of life's changes, we can successfully complete things we came to this lovely world to accomplish. And then it gives the divinatory meaning. So I think that really sums up this deck for me. It's so beautiful. And I love the art style. You know, this way it's so vibrant against the black background. So I highly recommend this deck. Look at this unicorn. Shall I leave it on the unicorn? Yeah, I highly recommend this deck. I think it's beautiful. It's sort of Rider-Waite-Smith, but not always. So the guidebook is a must. But yeah, I've truly enjoyed June working with the Twilight realm, a tarot of Faery. Thank you so much for watching, and until my next video. Bye friends. Bye.